week is dedicated to releasing the power and the beauty and the greatness that is stored in your hearts. That's been placed there long before we were born. This day has been promised. This day has been looked forward to when we would finally, through all that we've had to go through in our suffering, finally, after the wintertime, we would be called in a springtime to stand up on behalf of Mother Earth at a time of great confusion and to speak, to begin this healing journey towards the year 2000.
What you're going to be going through over this next week is a ceremony. It's a sacrifice of yourself and a commitment to yourself, to Mother Earth, and to each other. And in order to start any ceremony, we must acknowledge our elders and the old people and the ones that have gone on in the past. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to offer this sweetgrass. This sweetgrass is very significant to my people, the Cree people. And I'd like to offer...
In response to the global environmental crisis, Tim Wapato, Commissioner of the Administration for Native Americans, announced plans to select 48 Native American youth to serve as Earth Ambassadors, youth to be trained to become national and international leaders on environmental issues. Leaders dedicated to bringing the Native American perspective of oneness with and responsibility for our Mother Earth to all humanity. In December 1990, 24 young men and 24 young women representing over 40 tribes and 22 states gathered near San Diego to participate in a unique training session. This special training session, developed by J.R. Cook of United National Indian Tribal Youth, known as Unity, and Phil Lane Jr., coordinator of the Four Worlds Development Project, was designed to empower the Indian youth with a sense of their own true destiny.
And your name is?
Brad Smith.
And you're from?
Latta, Oklahoma.
And what's one of the many special things about you? One of the many special things about you wouldn't notice by looking at you, Brad.
Well, I'm a full-blood Chickasaw and Cherokee, and I've got a good heart.
Great. And what drew you here to the Earth Ambassadors?
The California girls, eh? No, I'm very strong with my heritage, and I'm very strong with my religion. And we've taken so much from Mother Earth, and I believe that it's time that we give back.
I think that with all the Indian youth that are gathered here, that with the ideas that we have, that we'll be able to change not only the United States, but the world in environmental issues.
And Claremont.
And you're from?
Montana. Flathead Reservation.
Flathead Reservation, Montana. And what's one of the special things about you Ann that wouldn't notice by looking at you?
My culture is buried deep in my heart.
Great, great. I could see that you had some deep feelings here at the beginning of this. Brought some real deep thoughts to you.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say here to my younger brothers and sisters: remember this: the tears are not the pain. The tears are a release from the pain. You know, when Mother Earth is in deep need, the universe cries upon her. And those tears that come upon Mother Earth give it new life. We may shed some tears here because we have some grieving to do so we can have new life. So I knew whenever I know there's a few tears, I know that spirits were working. And what brought you here?
I just think it's time that the youth stand up and be heard, and I want to be a part of that.
Great.
You have a pretty big responsibility if you're going to be the representative in your area. This isn't going to some conference, having a good time, being a little motivated, forget about it and go back home. We wanted to select people who could go back home and make a difference locally, regionally, statewide, nationally, and Phil has kept sharing with you of international opportunities.
We arrive into this world with an empty medicine bundle. And in the early years of our journey of our life, this medicine bundle is filled by those adults who are our protectors. It is this time that we're together that we can open our medicine bundles and throw out those things that will not help us with our life. We will begin to refill the medicine bundle right here from one another. The gifts you're giving to each other. Now you're filling your medicine bundle with new things that will give you an enriched life. New things that will help you be a good earth ambassador.
Now, there are three kinds of pollutants. And we're going to discuss the different kinds of pollution, and then we will see how they make the different effects that we've been discussing, like the hole in the ozone layer. The first kind of pollution is organic.
Internationally recognized trainers such as B. Shawanda and Gary Zukoff provided the youth with detailed information on the environment, as well as methods for opening communications and reaching understanding with others.
You are not only environmental ambassadors, you're ambassadors from Mother Earth. Does Mother Earth ever say, this one is a villain? This one is not my child? And you are in the process of becoming her ambassadors.
It's been an experience, that I can't, it would be hard to describe it to you in just a few short words in this short time, because there's so much that I felt, so much that has gone on, and so many things that I've learned.
I learned a lot of things I didn't know that polluted the air, water, and ground. I knew that trash would pollute it, but to get to the real technical points of the pollution in the air, and water, ground, even in the groundwater.
And I've got to spend a lot of time with different people from all over the United States and their feelings on the environment, how they want to save it, so I can have ideas to go back to my community.
Being an Earth Ambassador means, to me, taking on responsibilities. It means being a leader, not only here at the conference, but and school, in my community, and taking what I've learned here and to present it to others.
Tribal elders, group leaders, and advisors also counsel the youth on the cultural foundations underpinning the spiritual beliefs of all tribal peoples.
That we've had a lot of pain and suffering that's been inflicted upon our people. But it's time that we, our young people, arise in order to maintain the beauty, the spiritual strength that we all so need. And this includes all people. And we use the pipe, we turn to the west from whence comes the darkness, where the thunder beings live. And the darkness to represent the black race also. We turn the pipe to the north where Wazia, the white giant, lives. The snow comes. That's also to represent the white people. To the east, where the daybreak star lives, the red dawn, that's to represent the red people, ourselves. And finally we turn the pipe to the south, where the warm winds come to nourish Mother Earth and to give life. And at high noon you'll notice everything's kind of yellowish. That's to honor the yellow race. That's all people. All people.
Phil Lang said that to them is that it's not Mother Earth that's sick, we're the ones that are sick. And so in that challenge, the youth are coming forward into a holistic health approach in themselves, looking within and using the principles of our culture to help in that search of self, and then being able to carry that message to the world.
To become an Earth ambassador is like joining another family with just as much love, because every person here is serious. We don't joke around. I mean, we have fun. It's not all serious, but we're at the same point. We're all going in the same direction. Nobody's backsliding. We're there for Mother Earth. What I feel is love, man. The last 7 days, I felt more love than I've felt in the last 3 years.
We want people to know who we are as Native American people, Indian people, as brothers and sisters. We want to show them that we are willing to work hard for Mother Earth because she is our mother. We've learned her from our Indian ways since we were small, and we're willing to take that challenge.
I never was really in touch with Mother Earth as much as through this whole week has given me. And I'd like to just reach out and touch other people with this cause. It's an important cause, and this is the land and the earth that we live on. We must protect it so that it's going to be around for a long time.
It's only through their faith have they been able to overcome all obstacles and come out in one mind about a certain issue, which is the earth, protecting the earth. It's good.
This blue on the top of this represents Father Sky. The green, Mother Earth. So we have Father Sky and Mother Earth.
Phil Lane Jr., training coordinator, brought it all together as he taught the youth the staking ceremony and the meaning of the colors of the stake, which symbolize the interdependence of all living things and the essential oneness of all beings. The staking ceremony is based on a long-standing and ancient tradition shared by warriors of many tribes. In battle, when all seemed lost, committed warriors would stake themselves to the ground, making a sacred vow to live or die defending the lives of the people.
So I want you really to pray that during these 4 months, when it comes time for us to complete this first step in the journey, and drives down with prayer to our mother, that we're going to stake ourselves to the death if necessary.
A big part of the training here this last week was building and setting a spiritual foundation, although I felt that most of the youth that came here already had a good spiritual foundation, and we took that further and we made ceremony part of it, and we did a dance in the 4 directions, and we had each group represent a different direction, and what they're going to do now is to go back to their community, and we danced 3 times as part of the ceremony, and they will have from now until April 4 months to decide whether or not they want to commit fully to the Earth Ambassador project. And in watching the youth, I felt that in their hearts all of them have already committed to doing that. We will be, as the project Earth Ambassadors, they'll be meeting again in April in Washington, D.C., and at that time they'll be making their full commitment with the staking ceremony, in which they'll be dedicating themselves in the ceremony. It'll be the 4th dance and time in which they commit to be Earth Ambassadors.
The experience that I've gone through this past week is something that I'll never forget. It wasn't your ordinary workshop where you come and learn about the environment. It was both, had to do with spiritual and mental being. And it made me feel really good. It changed my life, my views on certain issues. And I just feel like a better person, and I can do something about it now that I'm ready